Hello and welcome to BierTier, the German engineer. Today we are back with episode 12 of our newest Let's Play series, and this is of course oxygen not included. Last time around we built a wonderful aluminum volcano tamer that also boils salt water. Yeah, isn't that something? But today we need to take a look at our newest planetoid, which is in the forest biome. So let's just jump right into it and see how that works out for us. And here we are. So before we do anything else, let's take another look at our construction right here. And we are down to, let's take a look here, 16.5, 24.8, 30.6 kilograms. Yeah, we are definitely losing steam. Maybe I need to go up. I already increased it from 2,500 from last time to 2,750. Maybe. Just maybe we need to go back up to 3,000. We need to find a sweet spot, or better to say, I need to find a sweet spot, and I will just keep on trying until I find it, and I will of course update you guys as soon as I have found something that will halfway work. But for right now, nothing is broken, and that is always a good thing. Before we take a look at our new planetoid, right here we have the supply teleporter output, and up here on the top left we have our supply teleporter input. Both of those need to be activated, so we're going to click on activate and click on activate right here, like this here maybe. Yeah, there we go. And a dupe should come by and activate it. That would be pretty good. Let's set this here to number 9 and also set this here to number 9. This one here obviously we can't reach because we still have a bunch of salt and all kinds of stuff in the way, so we're gonna just dig straight through here as well. And right here, can we actually get up there now? Yeah, we probably can, but it's probably still simpler if we just put in a little bit of a ladder as well as a few fire poles. There we go. That should speed up the process, and we're gonna dig all this here out, and the dupe should have an easier time getting up here. Also, who needs a door? Nobody needs a door. There we go. We're gonna get rid of it, we're gonna activate it, and we have it ready to roll whenever we need it. Up here on the top, we have done a pretty good job digging, but there is definitely more that needs to be dug out. And of course, we also need to do a little bit of mopping right here all over the place. As a matter of fact, let's mop all of this stuff here up. I don't want to see any of it anymore. Do we have another pocket somewhere? I don't think so. Yeah, that should be all of the polluted water that we have. But still, I want to dig out all this polluted dirt and other nonsense right here. So that's exactly what we are going to do. And it should be relatively simple. All we're going to do is we dig 4 up right here. And then right here, we're going to come over all the way to the left, and then right here a few more ladders to the left, a few more ladders to the right, and we can just come from the top down. It should literally be this simple. So let's do precisely that, and we're just gonna dig it out along the natural abyssalite. Down here with our tamer, I almost forgot one thing. We still have all this polluted water right here for which we have absolutely no use. So let's take care of it. The nice thing is, if it will boil salt water, it will also boil polluted water. Yeah, and that is exactly what we're going to do. We're just gonna come temporarily with a pipe all along here, all down here, and into right there. We may have to put a bridge here or something. I'm not entirely sure yet, but we're gonna build it, and we're just gonna get rid of all this polluted water right here before we then keep on going with our salt water. This shouldn't take that long. It's comparatively nothing. I mean, look at all this salt water right here, and then this tiny little drop of polluted water. But we're just gonna feed it in here. We're gonna set our conveyor loaders to dirt, and we're also going to get all the dirt out of here as well. Just as simple as that. And right here we have the first problem encountered. Yes, I researched last time around in shipping our RoboMiner, and I never put it in here. Yeah, that is a problem. And we need a tiny little bit more steel. So let's do precisely that. Let's get us here another 5 maybe. You know what, screw it, we're gonna go 5 everywhere. There we have it. And as soon as we have that, we are going to plop in a RoboMiner right here, which should take care of this problem right here. The same thing can happen with salt. Now it happened of course with our standard dirt right here, and we made a sand pile out of it, and this here will cause all sorts of trouble. So we need to get our steel, and as soon as we have it, the RoboMiner will take care of it. No problem at all. And there we have it, we have our RoboMiner, so if we should ever have the same problem again, it will take care of itself. Yes, that was the last piece that was missing for this build here. Now we have it, and now we are just gonna empty out all this polluted water right here. We can see it, the polluted water is completely coming in, and as soon as it's empty, we're just gonna keep on going with the salt water. No problem at all. Isn't that wonderful? That's exactly what that should look like. Alright, so at this moment our main base is looking very good, not gonna lie about it. But before we start into a new adventure, one more thing, and that thing is we're gonna take a look into research. In research, let's see, what could we do? We cannot have chimps to be bored all day. Yeah, that's not gonna fly. What do we need? Down here in the bottom, you have gases. Yeah, that would be something. We could go all the way over here. We can get the carbon dioxide engine as well as right here the gas cargo canister, and maybe down here on the bottom even the large solid oxidizer tank, but mainly the gas intake and output fittings. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come all the way through here. That's definitely gonna be helpful. And then we're gonna go for portable gases and catalytics as well up here in the top right. Yeah, all of this here, we're gonna slowly but steadily research. Like I said, Chimster's board, can't have that. So let's go for it. But now, over here on the top right, we have right here our teleporter receiver and here our teleporter transmitter. We need, of course, the transmitter, and the transmitter we're gonna take a look into here, and we said we're gonna send a random dude over there. Random dude, it is your moment to shine. Hop in there and we will see what we will find on the other side. And random dude is right here, and he's getting teleported over right now. And here we are on our new planet. Yes, a random dude has arrived. So before we do anything, let's take a look around and pause the game. We have, of course, a ration box right here with 17 kilograms worth of nutrient bars in there, which is equal to 13,600 kilocalories. That is a pretty decent start, but certainly nothing that will sustain us long term. And we have a bunch of oxyferns, a bunch of hexalents. Yeah, that's a very, very good. There's a bunch more food around here. Up here on the top right, we have some water as well. Here we have more water. Okay, I also see a couple of geysers. What do we have here? Let's see. This here is a infectious polluted oxygen vent, and this here is a polluted water vent. Okay, certainly something that we can work with and probably should work with. Okay, but first of all, how about you come over here, random dude, and you dig this here out. Let's take a little bit of a look around before we thaw up another dupe. Okay, so over here on the left, you have a bunch of oxalate, which will help us out drastically with our oxygen production. That's very good. We have our oxyferns right here. We have a bunch of pips, and I even see an arbor tree, so we may even be able to build an arbor tree farm. Lots of water around here, but this here almost looks like a natural basin. Look at this here. It's beautiful. We may just dig into this direction and build us a bedroom first of all right here. That definitely needs to happen. But let's see if we can defrost a friend first and of course inspect it while we are at it. Let's see what random dude comes up with. And look at this here, random dude has made an amazing discovery. A barely working cryotank 3000 has been uncovered containing a turner inside in a frozen state. Random dude was successful in thawing turner, and this encounter has filled both duplicants with a sense of hope, something they will desperately need to keep the morale up when facing the dangers ahead. Turner is thawed. Isn't that awesome? We have a brand new turner, but turner of course is not going to stay turner. Who could have seen that one coming? Turner will be turned into another potentially familiar face, and that familiar face is Darkfry. Welcome aboard, Darkfry. Let's get rocking over here and let's take a look into our skill overview. And we have Darkfry right here. He likes grilling and art. Oh, that is very good. Okay, so we're gonna give him directly 1 point in art. We're gonna go improved farming as well because we will need that eventually anyways. And what else could we give you? 1 more point. Maybe a second heart digger wouldn't hurt, because random dude has heart digging, super heart digging, and improved construction, which is definitely great for a new beginning. But right here, where are we gonna put our last point? Yeah, I believe heart digging is definitely gonna be helpful for the beginning. Later on, we can branch out to whatever we want. Okay, so before we actually unpause the game, let's come up with a plan. Let's take a look in our F3 overlay, and it is pretty cold over here, but other than that, it looks pretty decent. Yeah, right here, all the way up. So this here is a complete cold biome to our left. And on the right side, we have a pretty warm biome coming. I don't know exactly what's going on over here, but overall, we're looking pretty decent. Okay, so let's start digging. We need a ladder, of course, and with the ladder, we're just gonna come all the way up to here. That should be simple enough. And then right here, we're just gonna go 4 high. Yeah, there we go, all the way over to the abyssalite. Let's get this here dug out, and then we will see what we can plop in there. And the digging operation over here is going very well, but the cycle is almost over and our dupe's about to have to go to the bathroom. So let's hop into plumbing, and we need an outhouse. The outhouse is going to live, yeah, probably right here should be perfectly fine. Right beside it, of course, we need in medicine a wash basin right beside it. Then we're gonna need a couple doors. Where you at? Pneumatic doors. 2 of them right here, or you know what, screw it. We're gonna build it 1 further over. There we go. Yeah, that should be perfectly fine right there. Then we're gonna go into furniture and grab us a couple cots, leave one space, a couple more cots, and a couple more doors. Exactly the same as we built it before. We're just gonna get ready to accommodate up to 4 dupes. That should be enough for right now, but that should be helpful. Let's give this here though. We need to make sure that we get in this bathroom right here before we do anything else, guys. So we're gonna change the priorities a little bit around. This here gets all a 5. There we go. And everything else gets a number 9. We need this outhouse. That is number 1 priority. Okay, Darkfry and Random Dude just stopped working and they're eating. That is not good. I need to take them off their current schedules and need to put them on their own. A schedule in which they will only work. Yeah, no more free time, no more sleep time. You will get off of the schedule here very, very soon. No, not like this. But for right now, I need you to build this. That is number 1 priority once again. All right, you're now both on a default schedule. Keep eating, and as soon as you're done, keep on building, and then you can go back onto your normal schedules. There we go, the outhouse is built. We just need to fill it up. And there we go, Random Dude is already using it. That's great. And now Darkfry is disinfecting it. Good. Okay, now we can go back into schedule. And we can say, Random Dude, you go on schedule number 1. And Darkfry, you go on schedule number 3. It literally doesn't matter. It'll be fine. Odyssey is built, but our wash basin is not in use yet. That is quite obvious. Yeah, we need to come all the way down to here. Of course, we need to get some water. So let's build all of this here. Let's come straight down. The mealwood right here, we're gonna set to enable auto harvest. Yeah, let's get us some extra food in. That definitely cannot hurt. And here on the bottom, when we go into plumbing, we are gonna grab us a pitcher pump just temporarily right here. Should be perfectly fine for what we are doing. And that should then also activate the wash basin. So let's get this here done. And then let's take a look how we can expand this whole area here in the smartest possible way. And right here, everything is now built. We have access to water. Right here, I put another ration box, which currently has just a tiny little bit of meal ice in it. So it is at least in carbon dioxide. That is the best we can do for right now. And we dug into the left side here, so we have access to this oxalite here and actually can pressure our base. That is a lot of oxalite, and we have a few oxyferns around here as well. So that should pressure our base for a good while without having to do anything. That is very good. That's how that should be. But what do we have here? Damage overheat. I actually don't see an overheat damage. Why are we overheating? We are at 300 degrees and we have no more steam in here, do we? We need to turn this here up probably to, let's say, 4,000 grams per second. Yeah, let's give it a tiny little bit more and see if that helps. Yes, right here we are actually overpressuring, or better to say overheating, and it's causing damage. That is not good at all. Yeah, we need to get in more coolant and that should hopefully help. That's what I'm saying. It is really hard to find a good threshold right here. It is trial and error, and we will keep on trying until we find something that works. But back over here on the right side, let's take a look. We have 2 oxyferns, 2 mirth leaves, a hexalent fruit, and of course a mealwood right over here. That is certainly something that I want to dig into, because we can take this area here and at the bare minimum temporarily make a nature reserve out of it, so our dupes are happy and get a little bit more morale, and that is definitely always a good idea. So that is exactly what we're going to do. Pretty simple. All the way over to here. Here we're gonna come up. And then right here, I'm going to build a door, and then we're going to dig over to this side and put in our little sign. That is literally all we need, and that is precisely what we're going to do. And I will try to not dig up this oxalite here if at all possible, because I would just like it to gas off. You got to keep in mind, if you dig something up, it will lose half its mass. So this 115 kilograms worth of oxalite right here will become roughly 57.5, which is of course not optimal. And now we have it over here on the right. I just put in a pneumatic door right here and the tile right there. Of course, eventually this oxalite and this oxalite here will disappear, but that is not going to be an issue for right at this very moment. When we take a look into our room overlay, we have a nature reserve with a +6 moral bonus. Yes, our dupes are extremely happy about that, I can guarantee it. So while we're at it, let's dig up a little bit further. We are just going to be very pragmatic about this here. Right here, we have another piece of mealwood, and we're going to enable auto harvest. We are not even going to make any big moves right now. We are just digging up the natural resources that we have around us. Why would we not just use the wild food that we have around here to sustain our dupes as long as we can? Right down here in the bottom, this polluted water geyser right here. Yeah, I want to take a closer look at that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way down here with our ladder, and then we're going to very carefully dig into this thing. And we do not have the actual ability to get rid of obsidian right now, but that is fine. I just want to see this thing. So let's see if we can make that happen. I'm just going to dig all this here out. There we go. Yes, we cannot dig it out. I am well aware. Thank you, game. Appreciate that. But we will try to do it anyway. If you like it or not. That is just how they go sometimes. sometimes. Yes, all of this here, except the bottom tiles. I don't want to get rid of the bottom tiles. I just want to be able to see it. And that should be good enough with what we're doing right here. I should be able to select it like this, I hope. Nope, sure enough, no matter what I do, I cannot select it because the obsidian is in the way of everything. Well, it is what it is, not a big deal. We will keep on going elsewhere. For example, right here, let's take a look what is hidden behind here, and we have a natural gas geyser. Yes, that is very good, and it is very, very rare that I see one that is actually completely enclosed in some sort of mineral. That is awesome. That's what we're going to go for. That will be securing our power production. So we're going to come all the way up here with a ladder. That needs to be coming first. Then we're going to come all the way straight over, and then we will go along and we will see if we can dig this thing here up. Yes, there's still obsidian in the way, but there's more than enough stuff here in the middle to dig out for a dupe to hopefully level up. Meanwhile, over here, the first row is dug up, and we're just gonna keep on digging. We literally don't need anything else. Yes, we're just going to keep on digging all the way up to this height, and we're gonna build us some ladders right here, and probably also right here. Yes, that should work out perfectly in our favor. There we go. And then we're gonna come dig in from the top all the way down. That is the general idea. That's what we're gonna do, just like this, and just like that. Come on, dupes, let's get digging. We have a lot to do. And right here, Darkfry and Random Dude are putting in floors. I gave them so much to dig, they literally don't know what to do first. Well, I guess they do, because they're digging right here. But Random Dude has actually done it. If you take a look here, Random Dude +1, and we can finally give him super duper hard digging. And thanks to our wonderful nature reserve, we still have more than enough morale left over for him as well. So we're gonna give him that, and you know what? You deserve a brand new hat for that accomplishment as well. So finally, we have the skill that we need. I also put in the mini pod right here. So yeah, whenever he's done with the bathroom, maybe he will get his new hat. That would be nice. But nope, he's hungry and he's going to take a break first. Well, you deserve it, dude. No worries at all. And now, fresh in the morning, Random Dude with new hat is over here, and he is digging up all this obsidian that we wanted to get rid of earlier. Isn't that wonderful? That is quite an accomplishment for Random Dude. Where are you going, sir? You still have a lot to do. Yeah, it's fine. Apparently, it is time to disinfect the outhouse again. Yeah, I'm not sure if that is that highest priority, but sure, it will be fine. We will just keep on digging right here, but the next thing that we need is this supply teleporter output. We want to be able to actually send stuff from our main planet Ingenium over here to Abundino. That is, of course, of a very, very high priority. So how are we gonna do this? So we're just gonna dig into here probably, yeah. Then we're gonna build us a ladder. The ladder is gonna come all the way down here, and I wanna make sure that the water level drops. We're just gonna dig all the way over to here. As soon as the water level is down, I'm just gonna build some ladders so the dupes can come over here without getting their feet wet every single time. And then we can get some wonderful stuff over here, like for example, refined metal. That is definitely what we're gonna need for our natural gas geyser right here. Highly important, so we are getting closer and closer to actually be able to do stuff over here. To get everything ready to transfer materials over here on Ingenium, I'm going to rebuild this entire section right here. Instead of going all the way across here and just costing us a bunch of time, what we're going to do is we're going to put a conveyor loader right here on the bottom. Then we're going to come all the way through here and all the way straight up. All this we're going to dig out. We're going to put in a wonderful floor made out of insulated tiles. And up here, we're also going to make it all a little bit nicer. That is just the general idea, because currently the dupes have nothing else to do. So we may as well dig a little bit more stuff out over here while we are at it. So let's beautify this here and then go from there. Meanwhile, over here, we're making great progress. We just have a tiny little bit left to dig out to get over to our supply teleporter input, and the output is already all the way excavated out. Just one more piece of ladder is missing so we can actually get there. I think we could bring on one more dupe over here. We definitely need to find a way to get some food in with our mealwood right here. That is most likely what's gonna happen. We need to do some farming, but that is fine. So let's see what the mini pod has for us. Let's choose a blueprint. We have 2 dupes available. Let's see. On the left here, Lindsay. We have digging and doctoring with skilled art fundamentals, starts with a tier 1 skill, and irritable bowel, decreased bathroom use speed. Not really what we are looking for. We don't need slickster larva, we don't need dirt, that is for sure. What about pay over here? We have doctoring and researching. We do need a researcher, that is very true. With the traits of grease monkey and gastrophobia, cannot do cooking errands. Yeah, that is fine. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with pay. But once again, pay is of course not going to stay pay. We are going to bring on Amir instead. Amir, welcome to the game. Amir is another one of my longtime Discord members. Thank you very much for hanging out with us and this wonderful community that we are slowly but steadily building. So let's go ahead, and with Amir right here, we need to look into skills, and of course we're gonna go straight down the advanced research because we do need field research so we can actually research that natural gas geyser up top as well as the polluted water vent on the bottom. So that is going to be very important, and of course you will get the appropriate hat while we are at it. All right, so far so good. We are making good progress, and next on the list is to get some food in. Right above our bedrooms right here. This here may be a perfect location to put in another bedrooms just to be safe, and of course at the same time also put in some food, at least temporarily. So let's do precisely that. We're just gonna come 4 high and dig all the way over to right here, and then everything that we already have on the bottom we're gonna copy up to the top, literally just like this here. That should be perfectly fine, nothing wrong with that at all. Why am I copying the same thing over and over again? I am not sure, don't ask me. It just happens sometimes. And then we kind of come with tiles all the way along here as well, just to close it off. That is now enough for 8 dupes. We will definitely not have more than 8 dupes over here, so that is perfectly fine. And then right above here, I'm going to plop in a bunch of mealwood plants so we can actually get some food in. But first of all, this here needs to get dug out, and to get this here done in the first place, we of course need a piece of ladder. So, dupes, let's get digging, and then we will see that we can get you guys some food. Right here, our second floor bedrooms and bathroom is now in, and I actually reconsidered on how we are going to do this. Right here on the bottom, we're gonna keep on digging all the way down to right here, and we're also gonna get rid of all this stuff right here. We're gonna dig all of this here out, and we're gonna create a bigger basin. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna dig up with this ladder right here and get, first of all, rid of this water right here. That is a perfect location. We're just gonna drop it straight into here, and that should work out perfectly. So let's get that done real quick, and then we're really gonna get food in. And all the water is coming down. We spilled a little bit over here, but it's barely anything, so we're just going to mop it up. We're gonna mop all this here up, and we're gonna keep on continuing straight up with our ladder so we can eventually reach that one tile here as well. That should be pretty easy and straightforward, and I already moved our picture pump down a little bit as well. Yeah, that actually looks really, really good. Not gonna lie about it. All right, now we need some food. For this, we need to dig a little bit more of this stuff here out, and I'm planning on just building it in this general area right here. It should be pretty simple and straightforward. Let's take a look first. How much mealwood seeds do we actually have? Let's see. Mealwood seeds, we have a total of 10. Yeah, that's plenty. That is plenty for what we are doing right here. So we're gonna pull up into food, and we're just gonna leave a space 4 high. That should be perfectly fine. And then right here, we're gonna come probably right around here straight over. How many are those? Those are exactly 10. Look at this. Almost like I measured it, which I didn't, but it just happened to work out this wonderfully. All right, let's get all this here dug out, and let's get all this here, again, 4 high all the way over, and all this here. Let's just make sure that our oxyferns can get to carbon dioxide whenever carbon dioxide gets into the general vicinity. Meanwhile, over here on Ingenium, yes, we do in fact have a problem. We only have 91. Yeah, we're getting a tiny little bit of aluminum in, but we have 200 kilograms of steam in here, sometimes 300 kilograms, so we need to stop bringing in more. That is of course a problem. We're gonna send a green signal only if you're above 5 kilograms, which should effectively turn off our supply. Yeah, that needs to happen. That is very, very suboptimal. Apparently we have overfilled it. 4 kilograms were too much. I'm gonna go back down to 3, and as soon as this here empties out a little bit, we hopefully, yes, hopefully will be able to actually get a little bit more in here. Yeah, we also have a tiny little piece of aluminum laying right there, which this auto sweeper here cannot reach. But that is fine. We will find a solution for that as well. Right over here, our steam turbines are running at full force, and we can clearly see it. We are down to about 38 kilograms per tile, and our steam is at about 213, 214 degrees, somewhere in that general area, and it is climbing. Yeah, and there's a good reason for it. We are not putting anything cold in. All we are doing is we are pumping in more heat with our thermal aqua tuner. So it is time to turn this one here back on. We're gonna set it back to below. We're gonna turn it back on, and maybe we're gonna go back to like 2,800 grams per second. Let's tune it down a tiny little bit and see if that works in the long run. But yeah, that is all we can do for right now, and we will hope that it works. And meanwhile, over here on Abundino, we put in a couple of farm tiles. Well, or better to say, a couple of rows of farm tiles, so we can put in a bunch of mealwood. We actually lack another 3, but we should get those relatively soon. And that should give us more than enough food for our dupes to survive. That is very, very good. If you take a look into our oxygen overlay, we can see that our base is fully pressurized all around, and that despite the fact that we have not produced a single gram of oxygen. Yes, all of this oxalate here is still sustaining us, but that is not going to last forever. So we need to find a more permanent solution for this problem, and that is definitely something that we have to take a look at next time with a relatively high priority. And also Amir right here. Yes, we need to take a look into skills. How close are you to leveling up? Almost there. We have almost enough XP for the field research. That is what we need. Darkfry actually leveled up. Yeah, we need to set you over there into our nature reserve for a little bit, don't we? But we are going to give you probably what would be best in the short term and what would be best in the long term. Critter wrenching and aesthetic design would both be really good. I'm not going to lie. I think it will be a tiny little bit until we actually get to critter wrenching. So we're going to go for the aesthetic design for right now. And next time around, we're just going to alternate back and forth. So that should be perfectly fine for our friend Darkfry right here. But yes, this is what our base currently looks like over here on Abundino. And once again, if you have any ideas for a better name, leave them in the comments down below, and I will pick whatever I like the best out of your suggestions. And then that's what we're going to name this wonderful, wonderful forest planetoid. But that is all I have for you today. So if you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and of course, comment down below. And with that, I say thank you and peace.